All right, guys. So let's first, before we do anything, let me kind of tell you how when you first get started, what happens. I have a VPS. You have to have a VPS to use our bot, all our bots. But the thing about our VPS is that sometimes we update our bot. So when we update our bot, you might not have the updated version at the time because it takes my developers time to add the new bot to the VPS. And when they do that, anyone that joins new has the updated bot, but anyone that joins who's already joined has to install the brand new bot. So I'm going to show you guys first how to install a brand new bot and how to go through everything, okay? Is that cool? So let me log into our training real quick. 1 second. All right, cool. So I'm going to share some stuff with you guys. So we're going to go step by step on how to install the bot, because a lot of people are like, how do I install this bot, Brandon? So let's go ahead and just go through that first. Before we go over what the bot is, how it works, I'm going to show you how to install this bot from scratch. So we're going to share screen. I'm going to just share my entire screen. And so who's familiar, who's seen this screen right here? This is our training. Type a 1 below if you've seen this screen already. I just want to make sure everyone's seen the screen. If you haven't, then you just probably didn't try hard to look for it. All right, cool. So everyone's seen the screen. Okay, cool. Now that you've seen the screen, one thing I want you to do, guys, if you haven't yet, is I want you to download this app called Kajabi. And I want you to log in to Kajabi. That way you can get our updates on anything that we got going on as far as FX Social. Now, outside of that, let's talk about how you download the bots, because again, guys, most of you guys, people who are probably watching this recording, you don't have to do this part. But you want to pay attention to this part, because anytime we update new bots or we add new stuff to the bot, you have to reinstall the bot for your personal VPS. Does that make sense? Because you already have the VPS, so the stuff that you had was pre-installed is outdated. Let me know, type of 2 if that makes sense. If you understand you have an outdated bot, or you have stuff you need to add to the bot, so we need to do that part, correct? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's kind of go over that part real quick. So when you want to download anything, I'm always going to include in the email, but this is where you find your downloads, and this is where you find the bot. If you go to overview on setup process right here, overview on setup process, and you click download, you can download the documents and the bot. A lot of people miss this download button because it's very small. So you can get the download buttons, guys, by just clicking that. So that's how you get the bot. So we're going to act like we downloaded it. I'm going ahead and download it anyway for you guys. So we're going to download the documents. We're going to download both. So we're going to do it step by step. So now we download the bots. Now, how do we get on our VPS? There can be a separate video on how to log into your VPS, because logging your VPS is different for every situation. So if you have a piece, like if you want to figure out how to log into your VPS, all you have to do is go here under this video. And if you have a Windows computer, you watch this video. If you have a Mac computer, you watch this video. If you have a Chrome computer, you watch this. It's going to tell you how to log into your VPS for those who don't know how to log into their VPS. But let's assume that you all know how to log into your VPS. So we download the bots, and we have all of these bots, all right? So we're going to copy and paste. We're going to copy this. So however your computer copies, right? Copy. And I'm going to log into the VPS. And I'm going to go to File, Open Data Folder, MQL4, Experts, Paste. Then I'm going to refresh. Now, there's another thing I want you to do, guys, while we're here. For some people, like I said, I forgot to add this in the VPS. So the new VPS, for anyone who's watching this on the recording, you don't have to worry about this part. But for people who are watching this now, I want you to go to Tools, Options, I want you to click allow automatic trading. And I want you to put a particular URL here. Let me see if I can find it somewhere in here. It might be in here somewhere. Let me check. It's not in here. Let me go get it real quick. So you can actually watch me go grab it somewhere else. So this is tools. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Yeah. So this URL here, I'm gonna include it in the webinar. So you don't have to worry about it right now. I'll include it in the replay when we send the email out. But you want to make sure this URL, tools, options, is added right here. And you want to click allow automated trading. So you got these two URLs and you hit OK. And the last thing you want to make sure is you want to make sure this part is green. Now you're pretty much almost done. So we hit refresh here. Now we got all our EAs. This is actually, no, this is not the one I wanted. Yeah, this is it right here. So I want to add it right here. This is the one I was messing with. Paste, hit OK. You want to make sure this auto trading here. So here's the things you want to make sure. You want to make sure the auto trader button is on. You want to make sure you hit file, add the stuff in here, and you want to make sure you add the URL. Before I move forward, does everyone follow me so far on what I just went over? Let me know. Let me go open this up. You're not removing, you're adding. So does everyone understand that? It's not hard. Like I promise you, this bot is super easy to install. And for people who are watching this recording, you don't have to do this part. Because I'm already have this stuff here installed. But if you have to install, so I just want to have you see it. So everyone understand that? The one I recommend is going to already be pre-ready for you to do it. So if you just do the VPS I recommended, you're going to be fine. It's already going to be ready for you to go. So now I'm assuming that you all already understand that part. So now that we have this installed, we're going to go over the different bots. So we have FX Social Pro. We have FX Social Profit Dot. We have FX Social Trade Manager, and we have FX Social Non-Pro EA. And for those who might be seeing this already pre-installed, it's probably going to say FX Social EA. But it's just the non-pro version. And so let me explain what each of these bots do. FX Social Pro is an automated bot that trades for you. It's very robust. We're going to go over all the settings in there today. FX Profit Dot, if let's say you're part of a signal group or you take your own trades and you have multiple take profits 1, 2, and 3, when take profit 1 hits, it's going to automatically move your stop loss in the background to entry or pips above entry. And when the take profit 2 hits, it's going to do the same thing and move your stop loss again. So it basically manages your profit trades. FX Social Trade Manager, if you love FX Social Pro, EA, and you like how it trades and how it recovers, imagine the bot recovering your manual trades. So instead of the bot taking automated trades, it's managing your automated trades. So when you're losing, instead of like now when I trade, I just keep this bot on, the trade manager. And when I'm losing, my manager kicks in and says, look, oh, he's losing. Let me recover his trades for you. Who would like a bot where when you're taking signals from a group, when you're taking your own trades, that the bot is going to get you out of your losing trades? Let me know. Put a 5 in the inbox if you love that by itself. If you want to become a manual trader and you have something that has your back when you're losing. Let me go look at my chat so I can see what y'all got going on. Let me know. Put a 5 below. 5, 5, 5. You don't have. I don't have a way you can see anyone's message because I had messed up, but it's all good. I can see our message. Awesome. So those are the 3 bots, and I got more bots coming out. I got more things coming out, but let's just kind of go over those bots. So now we understand how to install the bot. So now we're gonna go over the next part that people were going crazy over. Like, Brandon, my bots saying authorized don't work. I'm like, bro, did you put your email in? So let's go over that first. So when anytime you use one of my bots, the only way your bot's gonna work is if you're an active member. And the only way we know you're an active member is if you put your email here, and the bot's going to read, okay, this person's an active member. And if you aren't an active member, it's just not going to work. So every 30 days, you have to pay your membership. So this is your activation email key. You put your email here. Your bot will not work if you don't put your email key there. It's that simple. So now let's go over the settings. So let me know in the chat box, which one y'all want to talk about first? I want to talk about FX Trade Manager or FX Social Pro. FX Social Pro is the automated bot that trades for you completely. FX Trade Manager is the one that manages your trades. Let me know which one do you want to talk about first, guys. FX Social Pro or FX Trade Manager? Pro first, Pro? Okay, everyone said Pro. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, so you do get a reminder every 30 days to your email. It's going to be an invoice. So just look out for that invoice. It's going to be an invoice like, hey, your subscription's due every 30 days. So let's go over that. Oh, someone said trade manager, but he must be a trader. Actually, a trader. I'm a trader. I want to see what's up with that trade manager. I like the trade manager a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I'll talk about that next though. Let's talk about FX Social Pro. So when you bring Pro over here, we're gonna talk about each setting. You have to put your email in. After you do that, you have to decide your lot. So what's cool about this is you can start with 0.01. On the old bot, the original FX Social EA, which everyone has access to also, 0.01 does not work with the bot. You have to start at 0.05. It's a great bot. It just doesn't work with 0.01. It does work, but it doesn't multiply. So if you put 0.01, it's going to keep taking 0.01 over and over and over. So we have to fix that. But some people like that, so we kept it. But I suggest using this one. So we got 0.01. And so we got stop loss distance. You don't need that. Take profit. Take profit. Now we're going to talk about each setting. So there are two different people who can use take profits. There are people who are going to use the 300 take profit and then the 500. So when we talk about 500 and 300, guys, we're not talking about pips. We're talking about points. So 300 is really 30 pips. 500 is really 50 pips. So 300 is for people who don't want to manage their trades at all. Now, the downside of that is you're going to, when you try to recover big losing trades, you're going to lose some money sometimes, which is okay to lose money in Forex. But if you have the 500, you're going to win way more on those huge recovery losses. The downside is it takes forever to take profit. So you got to be looking at the trade and just like go on your phone and say, you know what? I'm cool with 100 profit. I'm cool with 70 profit. I'm cool with 80 profit, 100 profit, and just close the trades. If I literally just close my trades. Like, I don't understand why people overcomplicate that. Like, if you cool with your profits, close the trades. But guess what? When you close your trades on your phone, it's going to start looking for a new trade. So it's not like you just lost money. It's just like, okay, I made 80 bucks, even if it's either off of the initial trade or the recovery trade. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. The next thing is max spread. You don't have to really mess with that. Just leave it alone at 50. Trade with trend. This is if you want, this is how conservative you want to be. So if you want to trade with trend only, that means that it's going to look at all the higher time frames and it's going to look at the higher time frame trend. And if the trend is not going in the direction of the trade, it's not going to take that trade. So, but if you keep it at false, it's not going to go extra hard to confirm a trade. So if you have the false, you get more trades. But you keep it on, you get less trades, but you get most likely higher confirmation trades. Now, this is the one that people get me like, it's like, y'all just don't read. I don't understand. So we're going to go over it right now. So look, whatever time frame you choose, guys, on your chart, this is 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, whatever. Your time frame dictates your time confirmation. So if you have a 1 minute time frame, you will have a 30-minute confirmation. And I have it all in these documents that you get when you get the recommended settings. If you have a 5-minute time frame, you have a 1 hour confirmation. And if you have a 30-minute time frame, you have a 4 hour confirmation. So you cannot have a 1 minute chart and have it on 1 minute. That's silly. Because the point of this feature is to confirm a higher time frame to confirm the trade. 1 minute on 1 minute is not a higher time frame. But you don't want to have a 1 minute time. You don't want to have a 4-hour time frame on a 30-minute chart because that's too far. 1 minute is too fast to be confirming trades on a 4-hour chart. It doesn't affect anything. But on a 30-minute, it makes a lot more sense. Even 15 minutes. But I do 30 minutes. You can test it if y'all want 15 minutes. So that's another thing. Leave this false. You can skip all this other stuff, guys. And then we're gonna go over to number 3, section 3. So I recommend grid recovery. So let's kind of go over that. So max lot is the highest lot you want your recovery to take. So we're going to do 5.0. And max recovery time is basically like, you ever notice you might get into a recovery. This is how my bot works. It looks for a signal. And when it looks for that signal, it doesn't look for any more signals so that signal is done. But you get multiple trades. Why? So let's say that it takes a 0.01. And then it starts losing, so it takes a 0.02, then a 0.03, a 0.04, a 0.05, 0.06, because it's trying to recover. So you ever been in a situation, anyone ever had a bot where it keeps going the wrong direction and this never changes to like the opposite direction to recover the trade, just keep doing the same trade over and over? Type a 10 below if you have a bot. We'll just keep taking the same trade over and over, and it's not about to turn around no time soon. Let me know. Let me go check. Let me see the Zoom chat. Horrible. So I'm going to give you count blown exactly. So the good news. I'm gonna tell you the good news first. The good news is my bot doesn't do that, but my bot doesn't change the signal to recognize the signal. So for example, I've seen it do a sell, 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 sell. Oh. I've seen it do a sell, 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 and it went from 0.01 to 0.03. I mean, what's this? 0.05 to 0.06 to 0.07, 0.08, 0.09 to 0.10. And then it just takes a buy and it says, you know what? I'm probably wrong. And we're going to just close this. We're going to close these trades and start a buy, but we're going to start the buy at the recovery. So my bot is smart to recognize that, but you got to still have an account balance big enough to handle when it recognizes it. But I add an optional feature where you can force the bot to do it. So for example, you say, you know what, at 5 trades, or let's say 10 trades, just give up, look for a new signal, and recover all the trades based off the new signal. The issue with that is you don't know. I like to let the bot do it. So this is my personal preference. I like to keep it at 100. I always tell people, demo and figure out, you know, your point. You might want 5, you might want 2, you might want 10, you might want 20. It's up to you. The good thing about my bot is it doesn't get into ridiculous lot sizes when it does start recovering. So my stuff, like right now, my bot, this current bot, the pro version, not the old version, but the pro version, it can go from 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.05, 0.06, 0.07, 0.08, 0.09, 0.10. And it's not going to go from 0.10 to 0.1, 0.102 to 0.04 to 0.08 to 0.13 to 0.26, and that's, you know, you have the whole standard. So that's what I like about my bot. It doesn't do crazy trades. And if you go 20 pips in the wrong direction, that was a terrible fucking day. So I would say keep this feature high. You don't really need it. Definitely you start at 0.01. Now let's talk about grid size. So this is how grid size works, guys. You can determine, this is a grid size. It doesn't take a recovery trade till it hits your grid. So for example, we have 100 pips. 100 pips, 100 points. So that's 10 pips. So in 10 pips, grids, so for example, we have 0.01, right? So in 10 pips, it's going to take a 0.02 to recover, because that's what we have at 10 pips. Remember, you take away the 0. So this is 100 pips. It's 10 pips, I mean. So then you can customize this. You know what? I don't want it to do 10 pips every recovery. You know what? The second time, just in case, let's do 200. So that's 20 pips. So on the second recovery, it won't take a second recovery. It won't go for 0.0. It won't open the 0.03 up till it hits 20 pips. And you say, you know what? I want to do 250 pips for the next 2 trades, right? So then it won't open up a 0.04, to 25 pips. Then you want up another 0.04 to 25 pips. And then grid size other means this, 5 and on. So let's say we do 300. That means every 30 pips, let's say we have 0.04. 0.05 opens up, we at 0.05. In order for 0.06 to open up, it's going to have to be another 30 pips in drawdown. For 0.07 to open up, it's going to be another 30 pips in drawdown. So you can completely customize how you do it. So just to kind of give you an idea, the lower your lot size is, the lower your grid size is, the more aggressive, because it's going to open up lot recovery trades faster. The higher your grid size is, the more conservative, because it's going to take longer to open up those trades. So for example, if I want to have a super regular conservative, I do 200, 200, 250, 250, 300, or 200, then 250, then 300. Or if I want to have like a hybrid between aggressive, I might want like my first trade to be 150, that's 15 pips, and then another 15 pips, and then 220 pips, then 25 pips and 300 pips. Or I want to make it aggressive, I might do 150, 200, and then just ride 30 pips all the way down. And so another thing that how you want to make it is 1.2 is the standard that you want to have it at. But if you want to make it more conservative, you can do 1.1. So instead of when it hits one, so once it goes from 0.01, 0.02, all the way to 0.09, when it gets to that 0.09 to 0.10, it's going to go from 0.10 to 0.11 to 0.12 to 0.13. So, but if you do 1.2, it's going to multiply a little bit different. So the higher you have this number, the more aggressive it's going to be. But I suggest between 1.1 to 1.2. The next thing is pyramiding. Pyramiding is how many trades you allow the bot to keep open at one time. So if you keep it at 1, every time it tries to recover a trade, it's going to close out the current trade and open up a new trade, because it's only going to allow 1 trade open at one time. But we have it at 10, it's going to allow 10 trades open at the same time. So this is kind of testing for you. I always keep mine at about 10. I keep mine at about 10 to 100. So if it goes, I like to keep all mine open at the bottom of those things. But some people, like they test it where they only do like three trades. Like, look, after the third trade, close one of those trades and open up a new recovery trade. Daily profit, 5,000. Let's say you want to do, I always tell people, unless you don't want to start trading, this is self-explanatory. We're not going to explain that. Trailing enabled. Trailing enabled is very self-explanatory. You know, you can turn it on, turn it off. So let's say you do the 50 pips, but you don't want to manage it. So I turn it on and I put it on 25 pips. So 250, which is 25 pips. And it's basically telling the bot, when the market hits 25 pips, activate the trail. And this part, the distance is where you're going to put the stop at. So 50, for example, is 5 pips. It's going to move the stop loss 5 pips above the entry where the trade was taken. If we do 100, it's going to move it 10 pips above entry. And trailing step is going to follow the trade. So that's pretty much the bot in a nutshell. Let me see if I can find the recommended settings. As you can see, when you download the new recommended settings, I have a full document on what you should do, how it works. So you can go through this, and it gives you all the grid settings that I say is conservative and aggressive. Let me know if you learned anything new about this particular new bot. Who likes the new settings from this bot? Who likes the fact that you can do 0.01 starting? Let me know right now in the chat box. Let me know. We're gonna go over the next bot after this. You love it? Yes, me. Like, I give you a lot of customization. Like, I can't look. The thing is, I work hard to give you as much. I try to make it where I can't control the market's gonna blow your account or not, but I can give you a situation where we can lessen the chances you blowing account. Like off this bot and off my current bot, even I haven't really seen any blowing accounts. But you know, I just work hard to make sure that y'all are straight. Now, let's talk about one other thing before I talk about the next bot. Is gold versus silver. So let's go back and share my screen again. So let's share my screen real quick one more time. So the last thing I want to talk about is time frames and pairs. I suggest, so look, The lower your time frame is, guys, the more trades you're going to get. The higher your time frame, the least amount of trades you're going to get, because it takes longer. I'll give you an example, guys. The bot reads the market, right? It takes 30 minutes to create a new bar. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. It takes 1 minute to create a new bar in a 1 minute chart. So when you're picking the 30-minute chart, you say, Brandon, I don't see no trades for 3 days, 4 days, a week. Well, it takes a whole 30 minutes just to create a whole bar to begin with. So you got to be patient. If you want to see more trades, just pick a 1 minute or 5 minute chart. Just understand the risk behind it. If you don't, stop being so stuck on saying trades and being stuck on being profitable. So I like the 30-minute chart, but I also like the 1 minute and 5 minute. It's just I understand the risk behind 1 minute and 5 minutes, and you have to understand that also. The next thing that I want to talk about is gold versus silver. Gold is, and Gigi can attest for this, gold is less aggressive in the market as far as I suggest gold for people with small accounts. For people who have 1,000 plus, silver or gold. Gold being safer. Silver, way more profitable, like 3 or 4 times more profitable. The issue with silver is it's very, very dangerous because it moves so fast. So gold, my recommended pair is gold, XAU USD, or silver, XAG USD. XAG USD is silver, which is way more aggressive, but it's way more profitable also. I'm going to show you an account, guys. I'm going to show you an account. Now, I don't recommend you do what I do. You put money up that you don't mind losing. Let me see if I can find the account. Okay, this is a live account. Right now, this account is 2,600. I started this account 2 weeks ago. Can you guys guess in the chat box how much money did I start this account with? This is a live account, by the way. What's the starting balance for this account? Can you guess? Whoever wins, I'm gonna give y'all something. Except someone who already knew the answer. Who can guess the starting amount? 100? No. 500? 600? All right, yes. Some of y'all already knew the starting balance. Y'all some assholes. But anyways, yes, it was $600 2 weeks ago. And now, as you can see, this is a live account. So I just want you to see the possibilities behind the bot. I didn't even take no money out. It's literally, it went from $600 to $2,600. So my bot's pretty amazing, but you still have, it's a bot in the day. So like I always tell people, start at 0.01, start with demo, whatever. But yeah, this is great. So I think, did y'all learn a lot about the bot? You learned a lot about the bot, and we're ready to talk about the next bot. Type a 20 in the chat box, or if you have questions, let me know any questions you have. So gold and silver, you understand gold is more conservative, silver is more aggressive. 1 minute chart's more aggressive, 30-minute chart's more conservative. And you understand what every setting means, and we have a whole document. If y'all understand that, we can move on to the next part of this training. Because you don't need a stop loss, because the bot is going to recover your trades. If you have a stop loss, how can it recover something if you already closed the trade to you already? The bot creates its own imaginary stop loss based off of the recovery that it does. That's why the bot is very powerful compared to human beings, because it doesn't need a stop loss for you to win. Any questions about the current bot? So all the recommended settings, you're gonna find all the recommended settings inside the document, and it's the same settings for silver and gold. The only difference is the silver is more aggressive than gold. That's all. Any questions about that? Y'all ready for the next part of the lesson? It's our last part before I let you guys go. Y'all learned a lot? You good? Cool. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on talking about a VPN. It's not hard like that. I'm gonna say it one more time, but I'm not going over how to start a VPN. This is how you start your VPS, guys. It's the last time I'm gonna bring this up. It's not hard. You pay for your VPS through you press this button. You buy the VPS. This is what it's gonna look like. This is literally how easy it is. You start it, you pay for it, and it's gonna say pending. Once the pending is done, you have to just log into your VPS at that point, right? So if you have a Windows, you watch this computer. If you have a Mac, you watch this computer. If you have a Chrome, you watch this computer. I can't tell you how to log into your VPS because every computer is different. How I do my Mac is completely different than how you do your PC or your Chrome. Just watch the video. Because because the thing is, I have people run. You can run when you buy the VPS from us. 3 different MT4s are already pre-installed, meaning that you can run 3 different bots at the same time. When you're running 3 different bots, you want the fastest computer because your computer is working 3 times faster than it needs to run. If that makes sense, Mike. Because Mike basically asking me why 4 gigs of RAM, because it's running faster. So if you just get the VPS we recommend, you don't even have to worry about none of the settings. It's gonna be the same price regardless. And you put the coupon in your first time, it's $15 off. So let's go over the next part of these settings, guys. I think we spent enough time on that part. So let's go over this part. So let me find it real quick. Okay, this is it right here. Yeah. So let's go over this. So we have FX Social Profit Doc and FX Trade Manager. Let's kind of go over how Trade Manager works. So when I create this bot, a lot of people always used to inbox me and say, hey, Brandon, man, I love the way your bot recovers. It's like genius. I wish I can do it for my own trades. And so I came with the idea. I said, look, with my algorithm, I told my developer, can you create me a bot that uses my algorithm to recover? But it recovers people manual trades. So if people are taking signals, people are taking their own trades, if they're wrong, can my bot help them out? The same way it helps my automated trading out. And so he made it. So now we have something called FX Social Trade Manager. So how does it work? When you drag it over, I'm gonna drag it over to another pair. You're gonna put your email in. So please don't ask me, Brandon, my stuff's not working because you didn't put your email in, buddy. So let's go over the settings first. Take profit distance. So let me tell you how the bot works first. Let's say that we're gonna skip down to grid. You can choose your grid size just like the bot. So let's say that you choose 200 for your first grid, right? So when it goes 20 pips in the wrong direction, it's going to take a recovery trade. And then you can say, you know what? In 30 pips, I want to take another recovery trade on the second one. And this time I want to take 20 pips on the third one. And now I want to take 250. And on all the other ones, 300. So just like your bot, except this is for your manual trades. And you can even choose a grid multiplier, 1.1, 1.2, 2.0, whatever. And you can set your trailing stop. So you want your bot, I should just turn this on for your personal trades. You know what? Let's say you got it at 50 pips. That's 500. That's 50 pips. And I want to have it at a 1.2 multiplier. My first trade, I wanted to do maybe 200. That's 20 pips. And then the second trade, I wanted to do 200. Third trade, maybe 250, 300, 1.2, right? It's up to you. You can mess around with demo first. And I wanted to lock my profits in. So if it hits 25 pips and take profit, lock me in at 5 pips and let it trail. And so this works in your manual trade. So I'm going to show you what happened. I did this on 110 pips all the way down 5 levels because I wanted to see just how the bot was going to work. His demo. So I was like, whatever. So I didn't do 200, 20 pips, 20 pips, 25 pips. This is all 10 pips going the right direction, right? So I put the bot, and the bot only works on whatever pairs you add it to. So if you're taking signals from this group, or you're taking your own trades, and you want to have it do certain pairs, just add all the pairs that you want, any pairs you want, and just add it in there. And then boom, and then you add the chart in there, and you can customize the bot per pair, because the AUD USD doesn't need 50 pips. It might need 10, 15 pips for its take profit. So you can customize per pair. So let's see what happens. So I started a 5,000 demo account for fun, and I just took a random gold buy and sell at the same time on different lot sizes. So let's kind of see what happened. So I took a buy. Let's look at the sell. I took a sell, right? Let's look at this sell. So I took this sell right here. I took a gold sell, a 0.05. It started losing. So just like my bot, it opened up a 0.06. This is when the bot kicks in. This is my trade at 0.05. This is when the bot kicked in. And then I think it won the trade. So it won $12 on the trade and $3. So it won the trade for me. And all I do is take a random trade. So then I took and I was taking random stuff. So I took a sell, another sell at a 0.1, and it won the trade for $1. But then I took a buy and a sell. So you see, I took a buy and a sell for gold at the same exact time. The sell won, the buy lost, but it didn't lose. Why? So it took a 0.01, 0.02. Let me see if it took another one. No, that's it. So it took a 0.1, 0.02, and then it just helped me recover the trade. So then let's look at the silver. Let me go up. So I took a 0.05 on the silver, right? A sell. And then it took a 0.06 because it's going the wrong direction. And then it took a 0.07. And then it finally won the trade. So it won 2016. So basically, guys, just to keep it real, it grids out for your manual trades. So this is my thing for you. Imagine this. Instead, I never put a take profit for this. I never put a stop loss. It did everything for me. So I put the trailing on, and it did all the take profit and stop loss for me. All I did is hit buy and sell. So when you're taking signals, you can set your take profit. It'll set your take profit for you, or you can set your take profit. Don't put your stop loss at all. Whatever pairs you want. So if you want to trade every pair, any pairs you want to trade, just add the pair and then add it, and then just put the parameters based off what you want and practice with it. I think this is going to be one of the best products personally, because how many people have a bot that can protect them against bad trades? That's a big deal to me personally. So hopefully, and then there's another bot. It's called Profit Doc. This is the last bot I'm going to talk about. Then I'm going to answer questions and let you guys go. So Profit Doc is very simple. You put your email in, and it lets you. So let's say that you're in a signal group, and they call it AUD USD take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and it hits take profit 1. Who's ever been asleep and take profit 1 hit, but they're asleep, so they can't move their stop loss into entry or above entry to protect themselves against take profit 2? Well, this bot will do that. So when take profit 1 hits, it's going to move your stop loss to take profit 2. I mean to entry. So let's say I wanted to have 100. That's 10 pips. So when take profit 1 hits on AUD USD, take profit 2 and 3, it's going to move my stop loss or create a stop loss and move it 10 pips above entry. And then when take profit 2 hit, it's going to move 10 pips above take profit 1's entry for take profit 3. And you have multiple take profits, what's it going to do? So I want you to imagine this. Let's say, I'm going to show you what I got. Let me show you what kind of setup I got. I got this trade where trade manager is on silver. And I got FX Social Profit Doc on silver. So when I'm taking multiple trades, I'm doing multiple take profits, FX Social Profit Doc is going to manage my profits. But FX Trade Manager is going to manage my losses. So I put them on 2 different charts with the same one. So I put Trade Manager here, and I do this, and I'm just like, okay, when I'm taking signals, I no longer put a stop loss. All I do is let Trade Manager manage my wins on the signal, my losses on the signal, and I let Profit Doc manage my TPs. Now, I will add a TP if a signal gives me a TP, but I don't add a stop loss at all. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the stuff I offer. I got one more thing I'm adding. And so just to kind of give you everything that we have so far. So for one, we have FX Social EA Pro. And we're going to be doing more trainings on that. I just want to give you a quick overview of everything. We have FX Social EA Pro. We have FX Social Trade Manager. And we have FX Social Trade Profit. And I'm coming out with an indicator. I know a lot of people ask for my indicator, where it's an indicator that alerts you on good times to trade. So you want to be a manual trader. I got that coming out for you. So that's coming out. And I'm going to be starting up a $5,000, $10,000 account, and I'm going to add FX Social Pro EA on there. And let's say that I add on the $5,000 account and it makes $1,000 for the week. I'm going to do a cash prize every Sunday to give people based off. So I say, you know what, I want to see someone do this, or whoever it is, or we're going to do a raffle. And so someone's going to win $500 to $1,500 a week by just entering this raffle. So for $150 a month, you're getting all of that good stuff. Let me know if y'all believe that, you know, so far for $150 a month, we offer a lot of value. Let me know with a 50 below, a 50 piece. And let me see, let me answer this question while you're giving me that 50 piece. Yes, it's recorded. Yes, the bot works on all pairs. I suggest any pairs you try outside of me, you do a demo. For the trade manager, is it still going to trade for you? For trade manager, is it still going to trade for you even though you're doing? Yeah, so that's Gigi. The whole point of trade manager is only for manual trades, not for your automation. So you don't put the trade manager on the same. So guys, I'm glad she asked that. I don't know if she did it on purpose or not, but you do not put the trade manager on the same account as your automation. They are totally different things. So if you have a whole account that you trade manually, do not trade it on the same account as the automation. So you start a whole new account up, demo or live. You put the trade manager on all the different pairs you want to manage, and anything that you trade from your phone, it's going to manage. So you don't even have to trade from your computer. Having issues with license. You mean the license? Like I said, if you have a license issue, it's probably because you don't either have AutoTrader on or you're not putting your email in. So, guys, I'm going to give you my email. I'm going to type it in. Anyone that's having trouble with authorization issues, all I want you to do is, so I can check it out for you, but please try first. For one, make sure AutoTrader is on. 2, make sure email is an activation key. And if that still happens, email support at fxsocial.com, your IP, your username, and your password to your VPS so I can troubleshoot you. So cool, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna keep adding more value, guys. Like I'm giving cash prizes. I got some fire bots that manage your manual trades, and I got some fire bots that trade for you. And now it trades at the 0.01. So now those who want to charge $200, $300 accounts, it became that much more safer for you. You're welcome, guys. I hope you guys got a lot from it. If any of y'all have any more questions, let me know. Or I'm going to end this call, and I'm going to send the recording to you guys via email. And I got a dope education service that you guys can take advantage of. I'm going to let you guys know about that in like a week. But it gives you guys signals, live education, and regular education. So you're going to get a lot from the education for people who want to actually learn how to trade. So y'all have no more questions, I'm gonna let you guys go. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. And this will be recorded and put in the back office and in your email. Cool, guys. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you. I will email support, and we'll get you not tonight maybe, but maybe tomorrow morning. Have a blessed night.